Greetings to all esteemed viewers, including our seniors, brothers, sisters, and all kindred spirits who have found their way to the Healing Channel. If this is your first visit, or if you already appreciate the sharing that brings the light of the Dharma from us, please take a moment to press the subscribe button and the notification bell icon so you won't miss any profound lessons that help us collectively cultivate peace in this life. Thank you, and may you be well. Our mind holds incredible power. It can build empires of peace or unleash storms of chaos that destroy our very purpose. If left untamed, this immense force can lead us down a path of regret, but with discipline, it becomes our greatest ally. This is a profound lesson on how to control your mind before it's too late. Once, in a kingdom bathed in golden light, reigned a just and wise king. His rule was a symphony of fairness and compassion, and his people flourished in the harmony he created. The kingdom was prosperous, its courts orderly, and its citizens content, all thanks to the king's unwavering wisdom. He was not just a ruler of lands, but a guardian of virtue, respected and loved by all. In the heart of this prosperous kingdom lived a monk, a man whose virtue was as radiant as the morning sun. He was a pillar of wisdom in the royal court, his teachings a gentle stream that nourished the spirits of all who listened. The king held him in the highest esteem, and the people bowed in reverence, their faces reflecting the calm and serenity he embodied. His life was a testament to the power of a controlled and peaceful mind. But even the most disciplined can falter. One day, during a solemn royal ceremony, a moment of distraction caused the monk to make a small, seemingly insignificant mistake. It was a minor slip, a brief lapse in concentration, but it broke a long-standing rule of the kingdom. A ripple of silence spread through the court. The king's expression grew serious, and the courtiers watched, their breaths held, wondering what would come next. The king, ever just, stood and addressed the monk. His voice, though firm, carried a tone of respect. "Venerable monk," he began, "our laws are clear, and a transgression, no matter how small, must be met with the consequence. However, because of your years of service and wisdom, I will not impose a punishment. Instead, I offer you a choice. You will decide how to face this challenge and reaffirm your path of discipline." The king then revealed 4 doors, each leading to a different chamber. He explained, "Behind these doors lie 4 great challenges, designed not to punish, but to test the very foundations of self-control. The first challenge is to drink a large jug of the strongest wine, a test of your restraint against intoxication. The second is to confront a fierce, untamed beast, a test of your courage in the face of fear. The third is to spend a night with the most beautiful courtesan in the kingdom, a test against carnal desire. And the fourth," the king paused, his gaze steady, "is to break your monastic vow of non-violence by ending the life of a creature." The monk stood before the doors, the weight of the choice pressing down on him. Each option seemed to violate a core principle he had lived by. He had to choose the path of least resistance, or so he thought. The monk contemplated his options deeply. Killing a creature was unthinkable. It was a direct violation of his most sacred vow. Spending a night with the courtesan felt like a deep betrayal of his spiritual purity. Facing a wild beast risked his life, a life he cherished for his practice. He looked at the first door, the one hiding the strong wine. "Ah," he thought, "drinking is a lesser transgression. It's a temporary lapse, something I can recover from. Of the 4, this seems the safest, the easiest to contain." Convinced he had chosen wisely, he declared his decision to the king. He would take the wine. The chamber door closed behind him. Before him sat a large jug of fragrant, potent wine. He had never tasted alcohol, his discipline holding him firm for decades. But now, it was a requirement. "Just this once," he whispered to himself, "is the king's command." He took a sip. The liquid burned its way down, but a strange warmth spread through him. He took another, and another. Soon, the entire jug was empty. The world began to spin. His mind, once a tranquil lake, was now a turbulent sea. The discipline he had cultivated for a lifetime began to dissolve. With his judgment clouded by the wine, his inhibitions vanished. The vows he held so dear now seemed like distant memories. Stumbling out of the chamber, he found himself overwhelmed by a hunger he had always kept in check. He demanded the most lavish food, eating with a voracity that shocked the court. His senses, now unchained, roared for more. In his drunken state, the lines of right and wrong blurred into a meaningless haze. His mind was no longer his own. Fueled by intoxication and gluttony, his baser instincts took complete control. He stumbled through the palace until he found the chambers of the beautiful courtesan. The last remnants of his spiritual vows were consumed by a fire of raw desire he had never known. The night passed in a blur of indulgence, but the tragedy did not end there. In his intoxicated, frenzied state, a conflict arose. His mind, completely unhinged, drove him to a final, horrific act. He committed the very transgression he had sought to avoid at all costs, taking a life. The one small mistake had cascaded into a complete and utter catastrophe. As the sun rose, the effects of the wine faded, leaving behind a devastating clarity. The monk looked at his hands, at the disarray around him, and the full weight of his actions crashed down upon him. He had not just made one mistake, he had committed them all. The single, safe choice had led to a domino effect of sin and destruction. He had broken every single one of his vows, overwhelmed by a regret so profound, it felt like a physical wound. He finally understood. The wine wasn't the challenge. The beast, the courtesan, the act of killing, none of them were the true test. The greatest challenge had always been his own mind. This ancient story teaches us a timeless truth. The rules we set for ourselves, the discipline we practice, and the self-control we cultivate are not prisons. They are fortresses. They protect us from the most dangerous force we will ever face, our own uncontrolled thoughts and impulses. True strength is not found in conquering armies or building empires. It is found in the quiet, daily battle of mastering the mind within. Every small victory in self-discipline builds the walls of your inner fortress higher and stronger. So the next time your mind whispers, "It's okay, just this once," remember the monk. Remember how one seemingly small compromise unraveled a lifetime of virtue. That single choice, that one harmless indulgence, can be the first step on a path you never intended to walk. Your life is shaped by these small decisions. Choose discipline. Choose self-awareness. Protect your peace. Control your mind before it controls you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons to empower your life. Ever feel like your mind is a runaway train, and you're just a passenger along for the ride? Thanks for watching.